What's up, everybody? This video is my tribute to Chyna doll, whatever you want to call her, Jonnie, Laurer. This is my tribute to her. Sadly, last night after 12:15 in the morning, I went on Twitter. Kind of wish I didn't, and got the sad news of the passing, the tragic, sad, depressing. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe that Chyna is no longer alive and on this earth. As a fan watching her, I grew up, as I said in the other videos, I grew up in the Attitude Era. I was a teenager in 97 when Chyna debuted. I was 13 years old when I first saw her. So just about every star in the Attitude Era had a huge impact on me. And growing up the Attitude Era made me a bigger wrestling fan, no doubt about it, and the Monday Night Wars. And seeing ECW for the first time made me a bigger wrestling fan. But, some superstars in the WWF at the time, some I were bigger fans of than others. Like, I was a big fan of Stone Cold. He was my favorite wrestler. Big fan of The Rock, Mankind, Undertaker, New Age Outlaws, DX, Triple H, Chyna, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn. I was big fans of them. So, to lose Chyna, this one is like, this loss, losing Chyna is like a stab right in my fucking heart. A knife stabbing my heart and twisting around in my heart. It's heartbreaking that she's passed away. It's tragic, it's sad, it's depressing, it fucking sucks. I do not want to do any more tribute videos this year. I'm sick of doing them. Talking about dead wrestlers, especially in their 40s. That is way too young to go. Boss Mahoney just passed away last Tuesday or Monday. Maybe he might have passed on Monday. That was a week ago. And then Wednesday morning or Tuesday night, they found Chyna dead. A friend of hers checked on her, went to her house, checked on her because Chyna was not talking to anybody or answering phone calls, I guess, or answering texts. She wouldn't answer anybody for a couple days. That's pretty scary. And her friend went to her house, must have had a key, got let in, and found Chyna dead. There were rumors, speculation that it was due to a prescription overdose from prescription pills. That's what TMZ said, but I've heard other people in media comment and say Chyna did not die of an overdose. That pills had nothing to do with her death. So I don't know what's true. I don't know how she died. However she died, it is still fucking tragic. She's 45 years old. Her birthday would have been December 27th. 2016 was her birthday. She was born in 1969. And before Chyna, when she was still alive, I think I took her for granted in what she did in the business and in pro wrestling, what she did for the WWE and what she did for women in wrestling. What she did was huge. It was, Chyna is a groundbreaking like a superhero. She was jacked. She looked like she was jacked. She didn't even look real when she 98, 99, 97. She was jacked. She made an impact right away when she made her debut and became the bodyguard of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, as we all know as Triple H. She became his bodyguard in, I think, February 97. Or late January, because in January 97, WWF tried to put Mr. Hughes, former WCW wrestler Mr. Hughes, they tried to put him as Triple H's bodyguard. That did not work. Mr. Hughes and Triple H did not fit together. It didn't work. But when Chyna came in, and I believe Shawn Michaels, Triple H, found her, saw her in a gym that they were going to, became friends with her, got her into the WWF. And Vince met with Chyna, was really impressed by her look. And of course, then the ball got rolling. And she became, especially in 98, in 99, 2000, Chyna became a huge, massive star. You could say Chyna was a bigger star than a lot of the guys on the roster, because that's the truth. She was. In my opinion, she's a bigger star than Val Venus and a couple other guys that I can't think of. I mean, anyways, Chyna debuted February 97, I think. And her first impact in the WWF was at WrestleMania 13, where it was Goldust against Triple H. And Marlena was managing Goldust. Marlena got bear hugged and shaken like a rag doll. Chyna grabbed her, was shaking her like that, was about to break her in half. And it looked insane. But it was a great angle, great storyline to get Chyna involved in protecting Triple H and taking out Marlena. And then, I mean, of course, in September 97, D-Generation X formed, became a group. Rick Rude, I'm talking about the original. Rick Rude, Chyna, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. The original D-Generation X. Chyna was a part of that. And she was a big part of DX's success. Big part of that. No doubt about it. Because DX had a bodyguard. And she was a badass. She looked great as a bodyguard, and she could kick a lot of the male wrestlers' asses. She would, I mean, when she'd be at ringside during matches, she'd clothesline, punch, low blow, do the low blow, nut shot to a lot of the other superstars, and body slam some of them also. I remember one, she picked up Bart Gunn on the outside of the ring, picked him up. He was like at least 250, and picked him up, body slammed him. And then in 98, Chyna really, in 97, she didn't have that many storylines except basically getting involved with Marlena and screwing Mankind a couple times, giving Mankind a low blow in the finals of the King of the Ring 97, where Triple H won the King of the Ring because of Chyna's help, basically, because she attacked Mankind. 98, she had a couple more storylines, and she got over a lot more with the crowd. In 98, she became a fan favorite because DX was baby faces. Basically, they could not be booed. They were cheered by everybody. And I was a huge fan of DX in 98. I'm lucky and happy to say I got to see Chyna live and in person perform and come out with DX at Over the Edge 98. And I also saw her at a couple house shows in the late 90s, and I think I can't remember if I don't think I saw Chyna on any Raws, because I didn't go to any Raws until 2001. Anyways, happy I got to see her in person. I always remember that. In 98, she got involved. Triple H and Nation were feuding. Triple H and The Rock were feuding. She got involved in those matches and helped Triple H win the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 98. She gave The Rock, I believe, a low blow when he was on the ladder. He fell off the ladder. That was awesome. And then Chyna, they put her in a love storyline where Mark Henry was like obsessed with her, kept asking her out, that he wanted to take out Chyna. So then Mark Henry basically got Chyna to go out on a date with him. And it was a date filmed. It was a segment in a bar where they were on a date. And then these guys started talking crap about Chyna and Mark Henry. I think one of them might have called Chyna a guy or something, or started hitting on Chyna. Then Mark Henry got up, stood up for Chyna, knocked one of the guys out. Then Chyna got up and knocked another guy out in the bar. It was pretty great. And then Mark Henry, I believe, cheated on Chyna with a transvestite that was named Sammy. So then I don't really remember if Chyna was heartbroken over what Mark Henry did or if Chyna set him up. I don't remember. And then we go into 1999. Royal Rumble. The 1999 Royal Rumble match. Chyna was the first ever female woman to compete in the Royal Rumble match. 30 men over the top rope, Royal Rumble. Chyna was the first to do it. She was a groundbreaker. She was a trailblazer for women in the WWF and going forward. I'm talking 10 years later. And I'm sure, a lot of girls, I've heard from a lot of females on Twitter, a lot of them said Chyna was their hero and that they're heartbroken. And I'm sure Chyna was a big inspiration to a lot of current women in the WWE. I'm talking about women like Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, maybe Natalia. I don't know how many were a fan of Chyna, but I'm thinking most of them probably were. Because she was a strong, powerful, independent woman that was, Chyna was in a man's world, especially in the Attitude Era. There were really no women's matches, really at all. A women's title just came back, and the only women they had feuding were Jackie versus Sable. That was the only feud they had, and that was the only other women. But Chyna was bigger than Sonny in the Attitude Era. She was bigger than Sable. In my opinion, she was a much, much bigger star than them, and she deserved everything she got. She deserves all the credit for what she did in the Attitude Era and for what she did for women. Sable and Sonny do not deserve the credit that Chyna does. To me, Chyna seemed like a really nice person, really sweet person that really loved pro wrestling, really loved the business. I don't know if Sable loved the business. I don't care. If she did, if she didn't, I don't care. I don't think Brock loves the business, but I don't care. The guy's still a great performer. And Sonny is a disgrace and a fucking gutter cunt slut. She doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame. Somebody, I think, should take her Hall of Fame ring and take it away from her and kick her out of the fucking Hall of Fame. And I don't care if Sonny's going to rehab. She is a fucking disgrace, and I never want to see her in wrestling again, ever. And she doesn't deserve a second chance, in my opinion. But I could tell, I know it, that Chyna really loved wrestling way more than Sable and Sonny, and was way more over. If you think about it, I'm talking about 98, 99, 2000. even into 2001. Chyna was way more over than Sable and Sunny ever were, in my opinion. And Chyna probably inspired a lot more women to get into wrestling than Sunny and Sable did. So, I mean, as I said, she definitely had a bigger impact than Sunny and Sable. So then in, where was I? 99, she entered the Rumble, got eliminated by Stone Cold. And then in 99, she was stuck between teaming up with, I believe, Billy Gunn turned heel, DX broke up, and it was Kane, X-Pac against Billy Gunn and Chyna for most of the year. And even into the summer, Chyna teamed with Billy Gunn teamed with, I think, Billy Gunn against Road Dogg X-Pac for the control of DX. And Chyna she didn't get that many good storylines or matches in 99, but she did get to compete in the Royal Rumble. That was history was made right there. The first woman ever to compete in the Rumble. And then, sadly, she was left off of WrestleMania 15. I think Chyna should have had a match at WrestleMania 15. She deserved a match. But King of the Ring, 99, they used Chyna the right way because she was the first woman ever and the only woman ever to be put in the King of the Ring tournament. I believe she made it. She did make it out of the first round, I believe. And then I think it was the semifinals, or it was Road Dogg against Chyna in the King of the Ring tournament. King of the Ring 99. That was a great, memorable, entertaining match. And then into the summer of 99, into the fall, they didn't do that much with Chyna. But in 1999, I believe in the summer, or maybe it was 2000, one of the years, either 99 or 2000, Playboy put Chyna on the cover, and she was in Playboy magazine. And then again, Chyna appeared in Playboy twice, in 99 or 2000 and 2002. And Chyna's appeared on many, many TV shows as probably playing the role of herself. Chyna, WWF superstar. She appeared in Third Rock from the Sun. There was some police show on USA Network. I think it was called Pacific Blue. She appeared on there. Mario Lopez was a part of it. They would ride around on bikes. It was cops, I believe. They were cops, and it was on like Saturday mornings. I remember watching it a couple times. Anyways, Chyna's appeared on a lot of TV shows. She probably appeared on late night TV like Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien. She's appeared on many, many mainstream magazine covers. Talking about Entertainment Weekly, TV Guide. She appeared on them. She appeared on many WWF magazine covers. At least a couple. I own a couple. She appeared on a couple Raw magazine covers, I believe. I know she appeared on at least one or two Raw magazines. Chyna had her own book. The WWF came out with a book about, I think it was about Chyna's life growing up. They also came out with a Chyna workout video. So, I mean, she had a ton of exposure. She was a huge star. She was really she was over with the mainstream media, in my opinion. She got a lot of TV coverage and stuff like that. Much more coverage than Sunny and Sable did combined. And so 99 ended. In the 2000s, she again Royal Rumble 99, end of 99, October. She's feuding with Jeff Jarrett, and Jarrett kept talking, cutting promos, saying women should be barefoot in the kitchen, talking like a dumbass. Anyways, Chyna wins it. The first and only woman in history, and I'm pretty damn sure no other woman ever, I don't think ever, another woman will be Intercontinental Champion and accomplish what Chyna did. She is the first and only woman to become the Intercontinental Champion, defeating Jeff Jarrett at No Mercy 99 in a good housekeeping match. Great moment. I was really happy when Chyna won the Intercontinental title. I was really happy for her. So that was great. She's Intercontinental Champion, I believe, until December or November. I think December, Jericho defeated Chyna at Armageddon 99. And then Chyna won the Intercontinental title, or there was controversy involved. So Chyna and Jericho both held the Intercontinental title, I believe, until Royal Rumble 2000. Then they had a triple threat, and Jericho won the triple threat, so he became the only Intercontinental Champion. And he didn't have to share the belt anymore with Chyna. So going into WrestleMania 16, Chyna teamed up with, I want to say, Eddie, I think Chyna, it was Chyna and Too Cool, I think, in Rikishi maybe, against Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and Dean Malenko, I believe. So it was a 6-man tag, and I'm pretty sure Chyna was involved in it. So that was good that she finally had a WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 16. Then, into the summer of 2000, she became in a relationship with Eddie Guerrero, on-screen relationship. Obviously, it wasn't real. Eddie was married to Vicky. But still, Chyna and Eddie Guerrero had great fucking chemistry. I really enjoyed them together. They always made me laugh, and they were great together. And Chyna was mostly his love interest and manager. And then, on a Raw, I believe, in late summer 99, Eddie Guerrero was caught cheating on Chyna. And he was caught in a shower with some of the Godfather's holes. And then I believe Chyna caught him, and then she was heartbroken, and it was pretty sad. I felt bad for her. So Chyna and Eddie, they really did that storyline well, because I was emotionally invested in that storyline. And I felt bad for Chyna when Eddie Guerrero was caught cheating on her. And then Chyna feuded a little bit with, I believe, Val Venus, and Eddie and Chyna went up against Val and Trish at SummerSlam 2000 before they broke up. That was a good mixed tag match. Then going into the end of 2000, Survivor Series, Chyna was the first woman to team up with 3 guys in a Survivor Series elimination match. Chyna was on one team with Road Dogg, R-Truth, or K-Quick at the time. Road Dogg, K-Quick, Billy Gunn, and Chyna. At this time, at the end of 99, Chyna was becoming friends again on screen and involved with Billy Gunn. Like, watching his back all the time, coming in the ring with him, stuff like that, wishing him luck. So then, let me just get this. So then, as I said, Chyna was the first woman and only woman to tag up with 3 guys in a Survivor Series elimination match to go up against a team of all guys. So that was history, that she was the first woman ever to do that. And Chyna did a lot of firsts in wrestling. First woman in the Rumble, first woman to be Intercontinental Champion, first woman to be in a Survivor Series elimination match with all guys. And then, as I said, she had her own book WWF put out. She had her own workout video that they put out. She was the first and only female member of DX, the original DX, and the DX in 98 and 99. And then in 2000, or middle of 99, Chyna was back with Triple H, like, managing him for a little bit. And then, after she left, she won the women's title at WrestleMania 17. That was a great moment for Chyna. She became women's champion, defeating Ivory. And before that, she feuded with the Right to Censor, because Ivory was in that group. And then in 2001, sometime in 2001, Chyna left WWF. She was probably burnt out, and she just probably wanted a break, because she was there for 3 or 4 years. And then, I mean, she might have left in 2001 because of the breakup she had with Triple H. They dated for at least, 2.5, 3 years, maybe longer. So, she did find out from texts or messages on Triple H's phone. She did find out that Triple H was cheating on her behind her back with Stephanie. So, I feel really bad for Chyna that she had to go through that, because that sucks. And, of course, Chyna thought, how could I stay around in the WWF, seeing Stephanie and knowing that Stephanie and Triple H are together, and I'm going to stay here and see them every week and be miserable? She probably didn't want that. So she left. Good for her that she left, because she probably needed to. She probably had a nervous breakdown that Triple H went with Stephanie and basically cut her off. And that wasn't cool at all what Triple H did to Chyna, but whatever. A lot of guys do that. And I believe Chyna's discussed after Triple H and Stephanie did that to her, that she went through depression and started, she was, I think, already hooked on pain pills, or then she started drinking more, and that's not good. Her substance abuse, her demons probably took over way more when she was out of the WWF and not with Triple H anymore. That's probably when her real addiction problem started. And that's really sad. And then in 2002, she's already out of the WWF. She worked for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I think she had a couple matches there. I don't know how many. And then in 2006, this isn't wrestling related, but her film that I believe was stolen, her sex tape with X-Pac that was stolen, One Night in Chyna. I haven't seen it. I never will. I don't want to see it. Anyways, One Night in Chyna actually won an AVN award. What is AVNs? It's the porn awards, where they give porn actors awards, which is so stupid, but they do it every year. AVN Awards. In 2006, Chyna, for One Night in Chyna, actually won Movie of the Year, Adult Film of the Year, which is insane, but she did. She held a couple of titles on the indies. I don't have the name of the companies in front of me. A lot of this, I'm talking from the heart and talking from my head. And in 2011, she debuted in TNA Wrestling. Didn't last long. She worked one pay-per-view in 2011, I believe it is Sacrifice, in a tag match, teaming up with Jeff Jarrett to take on Karen Jarrett, or to team up with Kurt Angle, I believe, to take on Karen Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett. And then sadly, I think it's Tuesday, sadly, Chyna is found dead. And again, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This one, I said on Twitter last night, this one really hurts. Because I grew up in the Attitude Era, and I don't know what else to say. It's tragic, it's sad, it's depressing, It should have never happened. I wish it did not happen. I mean, I know Chyna was teaching in Japan. She came back to the United States. And, I mean, she put out a couple videos on YouTube and social media. She put out a couple videos and really looked like she was doing well. It looked like her demons were behind her. And her addiction problems were behind her. She looked healthy. She looked very healthy and pretty good. And I believe she's making a movie about, somebody's making a movie about her, following her around, and she actually went to the WWE offices in Stanford. She actually went there, I believe, and tried to meet with, I think, Vince or somebody in power. She probably would want to meet with Vince, because I don't think Chyna, if she would have lived, I don't think Chyna would have got in the Hall of Fame in the next 2 or 3 years. I don't think she would have. I just don't. Especially with Stephanie having some power in the company. But maybe Vince would have overruled Stephanie and said, no, we are putting Chyna in the Hall of Fame in 2 or 3 years. I don't know, but I didn't see it happening. And she went to the offices. I believe they told her nobody would meet with her, and probably had to come back or to call them again, whatever. They told her all bullshit, probably just to get her to leave. And I believe she kept trying to call WWE, and they ignored her, which is so wrong. They ignored her, and I guess they wouldn't talk to her. I don't know if Vince would talk to her or not. I don't think he ever did. And, of course, she confronted Triple H at Roddy Piper's wedding, which was pretty stupid to do and wrong, but she probably was angry that WWE wouldn't respond to her at all, so she probably thought the only way I'm going to say something is to go up to Triple H and ask him, why won't you take my calls and let me come back? And she even put out a tweet, I believe on March 29th of this year. She put out a tweet on Twitter saying she just wants to come back to the WWE one night, one time, to say thank you to the fans, because without the fans there would be no Chyna. That was pretty heartbreaking to read. I read that today. It was from March 29th. Saying she really wanted to return to just say thank you to the WWE fans, WWF fans, Attitude Era fans, wrestling fans, whoever was ever impacted, or whoever was a fan of Chyna, or anybody that enjoyed her storylines, her feuds, her angles, her matches, her being a manager, her being a bodyguard, anybody that was happy, or anybody that enjoyed Chyna in the WWF, anybody. I mean, it would have been really nice to have her come out on a Raw and say thank you to the fans. I'm sure she would have got a standing ovation. I'm not going to talk about her going into porn in whatever year it was. 2011 or 2012, whatever year it was, I don't care. This is not about her porn career. This is a tribute to Chyna. Jonnie, don't treat her like a woman. Don't treat her like a man. Treat her with, when you look back at her and what she did, treat her with respect. She was a groundbreaker. She was a trailblazer. She really, really helped and elevated women in wrestling. Chyna, you will be missed forever. By me, you will be missed forever and ever. This one, it hit me hard. I don't want to do any more goddamn tributes. I mean, talking about wrestlers that die in their 70s or 80s, that's pretty old. So, they lived a pretty full life. Those don't bother me that much. because especially if they're in their 80s or 70s, I mean, it's sad, but it doesn't bother me. Chyna's death bothers me. She's only 45. She was too young to go. She's way too young to go. And the other deaths, I mean, this is sad to say. It may piss some people off, but the other wrestling deaths, I'm not talking about Roddy Piper or Dusty. I love those guys. I mean, I love them. But some of the other ones, like Vern Gagne, Blackjack Mulligan, those guys were pretty old. I mean, I'm numb to a lot of wrestling deaths. But this one, Chyna, hearing Chyna passed away, hearing it on Twitter, from Twitter, hearing it just stabbed me. It stabbed me in the fucking heart. And it's tragic. It's sad. As I said, don't treat her like a woman. When you watch, thank God for WWE Network, and for all of us, we can watch Chyna's moments and matches on the network. Thank God for it. Don't treat her like a woman. Don't treat her like a man. Treat Chyna. When you think of her, treat her with respect, and that she got everything in wrestling because she deserved it. And she did it the right way. Rest in peace, Chyna. You will be missed by a ton, millions, probably millions and millions of fans, Chyna. You will be missed. Sad, sad, sad night last night. It was a sad, sad night. And I found out the news. Tragic night, sad night. Last thing, final thought. I wish someday, Chyna, I hope to meet you and shake your hand and give you a hug and just thank you for all the moments, memories, and matches you gave us. Goodbye, everybody. Try to have a great Thursday, and try not to get too depressed or sad about Chyna. Think of the good moments, the good memories, and the good matches. Her time in DX, her time in the Royal Rumble match, her time in the King of the Ring, her time winning the Intercontinental Championship. Think of those moments. Think of the good times and the smile that Chyna put on our faces. Bye for now, everybody.